a lot of people's become rideshare drivers because of flexibility, right? Some of them are students and some of them are immigrants, new immigrants. And anybody could actually join rideshare drivers app pretty quickly. And, I need to pick up my kids at 3 p.m. That's why I joined to become, Uber driver or Lyft drivers. So that actually flexibility, I do believe, is really, really critical. And I think that people love that flexibility. I can only drive in the morning. I can only drive in the afternoon and evening. That is actually a good promise that actually, everybody kind of, join. However, I think that over time, what we are realizing is that algorithm and a platform start controlling how you work and how many hours you should work. And all of those arrangements get controlled by these algorithms, which is actually scary. And that's when actually this become a social problems because a lot of the rideshare companies sell that flexibility as a reason to attract all these rideshare drivers to workforce. However, they are not actually fulfilling the promise because actually once you are working as rideshare drivers, you actually have to follow a lot of different hidden rules, right? If you actually don't work certain hours, your acceptance rate or your rating goes down. So if you want to keep the really good rating, then you must be behaving certain ways. For example, so one company said you have to pick up a ride. At least 75 to 85% of any kinds of ride requests. It doesn't matter how far that person is. If you do so, then we'll bump you up to the next level of whatever the rating that you will get. A lot of workers fall into that and they want to get the best rating. However, with the time, actually that become a trap because this is how they get actually control. Cancellation rate is another way. Always people are worried about all this rating and numbers and statistics that they see it on the app. And I think that this is how actually this sort of the platform economy becomes sort of the invisible management system that actually exploit workers, right? We don't actually have any actual person or boss or, even this global rideshare company even remove the actual office. So there's no way for workers to complain about why they get deactivated. Sometimes if you don't behave certain ways, then you get actually deactivated very quickly without getting answers from these offices. So that's when actually dehumanization happens, right? We are all here to actually look for better job. That actually gives us a flexibility. But the reality is that you end up working many, many hours with the hope to actually make a good living for family. But the wage is not good. It is actually some minimal wage that you actually have to get. So by actually shifting the responsibility from being the boss and employers to workers, so now these rideshare drivers as independent contractors have to carry all of those expenses. So that's why I think that we have to really look at how actually this kind of platform economy, especially web-based app, like rideshare app, actually exploit workers, and that's why actually drivers co-op emerge because we come with the different purposes and a mission. And we are not actually don't have an app that actually control workers like other rideshare companies, other than giving them a better working place plus higher wages. So, but I think this is a very scary part of how actually we are going to face this kind of economic system. Right?